Hi guys, welcome back to Modifix. My name's Dan and today we are fixing. I was going to do something a lot more exciting today, but I have to do something that's a bit of a necessity first, so let's do that first. Just before we start, I just wanted to say it's a bit of a grim time at the moment. I hope all of you are keeping well and safe, and you know, just remember it's not all doom and gloom. Just keep yourself safe and keep well and enjoy the video. Okay, spears out of the way. Just wanted to say this thing here was a little bit rotten in the hole and it was very hard to turn, so I had to use a pair of these to help give a bit of leverage, but we got it out of there and I'll lube it up before I put it back in. I might relocate the alarm as well. That's a known mod. Move that down here somewhere, and then the advantage of doing that is you can turn the spare inside out and you can have a little bit more storage. You can see where all my clips went. Okay, so it looks like 10mm, 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 10mm. And let me remove those four and see where we get to. Oh yes, we also need to disconnect this here, and believe it or not, I've got nails now. Surprising what a global pandemic can do for you. Next, just push this grommet through, I think, to get the hold on, it's not loose yet, something else is holding it in. It was loose, it just needed freeing up. I think there might be something on the bottom. Anyway, that's free. Now what I've got to do is just push that through, I think. Yep, there we go. Push that through there. And we have lift off. Okay, so I'm just going to get some penetrating fluid on all the brackets now for the radiator. Those, that, and those. And handily, I think they're all 10mm. In fact, these might be 12mm. I'll let you know on that in a minute. Job guys is to drain the coolant, so get that pipe off the end of the radiator, get that pipe off the end cap there and let it all out. Just a quick thing, make sure you remove the cap off the coolant. Just a quick thing, remember to remove the cap from the expansion tank. Let the air in, water out. Water out. That hose clip down there is a bit of an arse to get to, so it's better to remove this power steering reservoir out the way. 3 12mm nuts and bolts. Both the hoses are off. They're quite solid in there. They took a bit of persuasion to get off. Probably might help if you undo the top clamp and wiggle it about a bit, but I got them off, that's the main thing. What I have noticed is there's a double fan shroud. I've only got one fan, and there's an extra plug here for something. If anybody knows what the setup is supposed to be here and what that plug's for, do let me know, because it's very interesting. But anyway, now I need to take that out, that out, that out, that out, these out, and hopefully lift the radiator out. Oh, I've got to undo this plug as well, this one here. These are 10mm, and as suspected, these are 12. Partial success here. So that one's off. That one's off. These are loose now. But here, look at that broken stud. So these were so rotten in there that I needed to, what I did was I first of all cracked them off a little bit with a longer ratchet like that, and then I put some more penetrant in there, and then I used the gun, and I was going in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, and just keep doing that until it totally releases. On that one that I snapped, when I first tried to loosen it off with the ratchet, it snapped off clean straight away. So that's gonna have to be a drill and tap. Great. But yeah, otherwise we can carry on the job. Okay, and that's the radiator out. It doesn't actually look too bad. I probably could have left it absolutely fine. I did notice the coolant go down a couple of times, but I don't know if it's this or not. But anyway, I've got the new one and I've had it sitting there for ages, so might as well bang it in the hole. Now what we've got to do is we've got to remove this fan shroud. So that bolt there, 10mm, that bolt there, 10mm, and out it should come. Handy little tip, just put both of the radiators side by side and just make sure everything is as it should be. Mounting points, inlet, outlet, all of that stuff. What I did notice is there's a little drain plug there, but I don't know if I would have been able to get to it, to be honest, so whatever, let's bang it in, shall we? I've undone the 210s, they're a bit rusty, so when I put them back in I'll put some copperies or something on there, and then this should slide out of those little bits there. Hard to do it one-handed. Oh, that's alright, we're getting there. One's out and the other one's out. There we go, lift off, and just got to fit it back into the new one. I'm not sure if I showed you earlier, but there's two lugs at the bottom of the radiator, and they go in that hole and in that hole. Just clean those holes out and make sure they're seated nicely, and that's it. The other thing I've noticed is there's a drain hole at the top as well, so there's one at the top and one at the bottom on the other side, so could have used them, I guess. Right, those two mounts down there are actually like sort of a rubbery material, so what I'm going to try and do is get the rad down there in the hole. I'll try and do this one-handed without damaging it, and try and get it roughly in position, put the hoses on, and then get it in the holes, because it's a bit tight otherwise. Okay, and just like that, the hoses are on and it's seated nicely in the hole. Just got to drill and tap that now, and we can get everything back together. So the clamps are back on. That one had to be drilled and tapped. That's done now. Pain in the arse, but it has to be done. You just have to go up about 1,000 drill bit sizes, and then you get there. It's a M8, that one, and then M8 by 125. That makes sense to you. And then anyway, put everything back up, hoses back on. I think I already showed you that, and yeah, we've got a brand new radiator in there. Alright guys, so I've decommissioned this massive bracket. As you can see, I just drilled out the two little welds, and then I've drilled a hole in the alarm bracket, and bolted it up to the side here, so that's all nice and solid now with one bolt. So we've lost some weight on the race car, which is great. That's gone, and that horrible rusty bolt that was on this side has also been decommissioned, and I've put some nice copperies on those too. Alright, the spare's back in its hole now, and as you can see, we've got a little bit more space now. The only thing I don't like is that this no longer fits. So what are people doing about that? I think when you broke hard, that would want to jump, and I'm not too happy about that. So I'll have to work out a little modification to hold that in place, I think. But if anyone's got any ideas on that, do comment down below and let me know. But look, loads of space now. Put all stuff in there. Alright guys, so that's a wrap on this video. Car's all tied up now. Everything's all done. And the only thing that remains to be done is to fill it up with coolant, bleed it, get it up to temperature, all that sort of stuff. I think I'm going to leave that for now, because the next thing that's going to happen now is the turbo conversion, and in order to do the turbo conversion I have to tap into the water lines for the turbo. So I'm going to leave it for now. Once all that's done, then I'll fill it all up and bleed it and all that sort of stuff. Hope you liked the video. Hope you it helped you to change your radiator. Sod's law has it that the actual radiator that I took out, there was nothing wrong with, so I've just boxed that up and kept it for a rainy day. If anyone wants it, you can have it. I'll post it to you for the price of postage. I just don't want that radiator in my garage anymore, and that was the whole purpose of doing this exercise. So I'm just going to clean the garage up, get everything a bit organised, and then the turbo conversion starts. So watch this space, guys. So that wraps this video up. I will see you later. Bye for now.